Hello and welcome to Classic Tales by Dorothy. Here we share powerful stories filled with deep emotions and meaningful life lessons. Each tale is designed not just to entertain you, but to inspire personal growth and self development. So sit back, relax, and let every story shape your journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Once again, welcome to Classic Tales by Dorothy. From fear to confidence, 30 days that changed everything. It was her first day on the job in Lagos, and honestly, nothing could have prepared her for it. Amaka stood at the gate of her compound, adjusting the strap of her bag for the third time. Her heart was beating faster than usual, but she told herself it was just first day nerves. Amaka, you soon miss your boss, her neighbor Auntie Bisi called out from across the compound. I'm coming, ma, she replied, forcing a smile. She stepped out into the street and everything changed. The noise hit her first, horns blaring from every direction, conductors shouting, Oshodi, CMS, Yaba, hawkers calling out prices like their lives depended on it. Engines roaring, people rushing like the whole city was chasing something. Amaka froze. Jesus, she whispered under her breath. This wasn't the quiet mornings she was used to. This was different. This was Lagos. A Danfor bus screeched to a stop right in front of Amaka. Where are you going to? The conductor barked. Ha, VI, she said, unsure of herself. Enter, enter, no dull moment, he snapped, already turning away. She hesitated. The bus was packed. People squeezed together like sardines. The noise, the heat, the movement, it all felt like too much. For a second, she considered going back home. Maybe I'm not ready for this, she thought. But then her phone buzzed. It was a message from her younger brother. Go and make us proud, sis. First day vibes. She stared at the message for a moment, then took a deep breath. No, I didn't come this far to turn back, she quietly said to herself. Madam, are you entering the bus or not? The conductor shouted again, clearly impatient. Amaka straightened her shoulders. I'm entering. She climbed into the bus. The ride was chaotic. Every stop came with shouting. Every turn felt like a near accident. At some point, a woman beside her started complaining loudly. Driver, why are you driving like this? The driver didn't even respond. Amaka just held her back tighter, her eyes moving from one thing to another, trying to take it all without panicking. By the time Amaka finally got down, her head was spinning. Thank God, she muttered. But the journey wasn't over. She still had to walk down a busy street lined with people, cars, and noise that refused to rest. When she finally got to the office building, she paused at the entrance. She looked at herself in the glass door. You can do this, she whispered to herself. Good morning. You must be Amaka, a cheerful voice said as she stepped in. She turned to see a lady walking towards her. I'm Tolu. HR mentioned you'll be resuming today. Amaka smiled, relieved. Yes, that's me. Welcome to Lagos Madness. Tolu laughed. You'll get used to it. Amaka wasn't sure. I hope so, she said. The day went by in a blow. Introductions, paperwork, trying to remember names, trying not to look lost. At lunch, she sat with Tolu and another colleague called Kunle. So, how was your first Lagos morning? Kunle asked, grinning like he already knew the answer. Amaka laughed nervously. I almost went back home. They both burst out laughing. Don't worry, Tolu said. We all had that moment. Lagos will humble you on your first day before it accepts you. Exactly, Kunde added. But if you survive 1 month, you are a Lagosian for life. Amaka shook her head. 1 month? Let me survive 1 week first. The first week was not easy. Every morning felt like a battle for Amaka. She missed buses. She got pushed in crowds. One day, she almost cried when a conductor shouted at her for not having change. But every single day, she showed up. She showed up even when she was tired, even when she felt overwhelmed, even when it would have been easier to stay at home. One morning, about 2 weeks in, she stood at the bus stop again. This time, something felt different. When the conductor shouted Victoria Island, Victoria Island, she didn't hesitate. I am coming, she replied, quickly moving to the bus with confidence. She entered the bus without overthinking. As the bus pedaled, she realized something. She wasn't scared anymore. By the end of the first month, the change was clear. Amaka was walking faster now, moving with the crowd instead of against it. She knew when to speak up. She knew when to stop at any bus stop. Conductor, I'll get down at the next bus stop, Amaka would tell the conductor. Amaka knew how to hold her space. She even found herself smiling at the same chaos that once overwhelmed her. One evening, as she got home, Auntie Bisi called out again. Amaka, how is Lagos treating you now? Amaka laughed. I am used to the traffic now, she responded. Ah, just look at your confidence, Auntie Bisi teased. Amaka smiled to herself as she entered her room. She sat on her bed and thought about her first day, how scared she had been, how close she came to giving up, and now she had found her rhythm. A few days later at work, Kunde looked at her and shook his head. You have really changed. Amaka raised an eyebrow. In what way? You argue with conductors now? Before you couldn't even talk. He laughed. She laughed too. I had to adjust. Tolu smiled. That's Lagos for you. It forces you to grow. Amaka nodded. But I think it's more than Lagos, she said, thoughtfully. They both looked at her. What do you mean? Tolu asked. Amaka leaned back in her chair. I think it's about purpose too. If I didn't have a reason to be here, I would have gone back home that first day. Kunle nodded slowly. That's true. The noise didn't reduce, Amaka continued. The stress didn't disappear. I just became stronger and more focused on why I started. There was a brief silence. Then Tolu smiled. That's deep. That night, as Amaka lay in bed, she replayed everything in her mind: the fear, the noise, the doubt, and the growth. Amaka realized something important. Life will always be noisy. There will always be distractions, pressure, and moments that make you want to quit. But if you hold on to your reason, your purpose, you'll find a way to keep going. You may not notice it immediately, but one day you look back and realize what once felt impossible has become your normal. Lessons of this story. If life feels overwhelming right now, if everything around you feels too loud, too fast, too much, don't run. Pause if you need to. Breathe. But don't lose focus. Keep showing up. Keep moving. Because one day, just like Amaka, you'll find your rhythm. And when you do, you realize it didn't just survive. You grew. So stay focused. Be purpose driven. Keep going. Mindset matters. In Amaka's life, the same noise that once overwhelmed her, she barely noticed it anymore. The rush, she had found her own rhythm inside it. What once felt like chaos had become normal because she stayed consistent and didn't give up. That's how purpose works. Life will not always be calm or convenient. There will be noise, pressure, and plenty of distractions. But when you know what you are chasing, you won't let those things stop you. You have to learn how to stay focused, stay consistent, and keep showing up, even on the days it feels uncomfortable. Thank you very much for watching. Until our next video, stay uplifted.